That'll be in the way. Okay, cool. Just wait for the beeps. My live or my Memorex? I be live. Hello. Sound of silence. Excuse me. I got a new setup. Of course, I do a lot of things different tonight, so a little darker too. There we go. A new edition EAM monitor. The emergency action messages coming from aircraft up in the sky. They're coordinating whatever plans to do what. But those will be live. There was 100 or 288 character EAM last night. This is the largest one yet in the last couple of years. I think the last one was like 7 years ago. And it was a big deal. I mean, really big deal. Of course, we'll get into that later, but that's why what happened this morning happened. Of course, now we know, 6 hours later, 8 hours later, what the EAM was about. I mean, you can jot down all the letters and numbers you want, but unless you have the book, you have no idea what the hell they're saying. But watch, because when you get ones that are like 150 and above, it's usually not training purposes. It's usually something that's going to happen within the next 6 to 12 hours or immediately. So, but we have a lot of aircraft up right now, military. Yeah. Oh, except for the central north. The rest of that pattern's pretty full. A lot of training going on. A lot of the schools got down there in southern Alabama. We got what I call the Beehive. It's where they train helicopter pilots, and it's full right now, along with a whole bunch of fixed wing, little Cessnas too, floating around there. They're wide open tonight. And the one on the East Coast, where was that at? Over in Jacksonville, that helicopter hive's going full bore. Talking to you and the other 3 people. But anyway, yeah, full swing. Let me pull it up here. Give you all a look. If it'll work. Yeah, that's what's looking right now. Aircraft everywhere. So we're going to monitor that for now. So what's going on? There's a couple of you in here. It says 3. Raise your hand, Mr. Vanderlip. What's going on? Good evening. Everybody give Greg a clap, being the first one. It's my new show, Greg. We'll be talking more about what's going on in the world and the wars right now, because some crazy shit's about to happen. Something America hasn't seen since the Civil War. Just had several threats, credible threats from the horse's mouth. So, yeah, that's where this is going. But I got live radio up. See if we can hear anything coming in. Talk about it. Yeah, we can do that. If I can figure it out. We'll give them one. But yeah, today was a very eventful day, especially for Venezuela. There's all shit in their pants. Big time. Of course, I'd probably be too. What?
I think Greg needs a wrench because Greg's been here.
Joe Casper, what's up? Hold on, Barb's touching the screen. She's touching it. She's touching it. What is that like?
Hey guys.
That was Barbie. And off she goes. Bye, Barbie. She's been boycotted from the newsroom. Oh, a whole bunch of shit's up, Joe. You know, what the hell can you do? A whole bunch of crazy shit we're about to get into. Now, if y'all read my last couple posts, I almost didn't recognize you without a hat. Yeah, I know. Forever my nickname's been Hat since I was a little kid because I always wore a fucking limey hat. And all the local neighborhood kids would call me Hat. But I don't know. Fresh shave. Thought I'd show it off. Yeah, a lot of crazy shit happened today, man. Last night, for those of you who weren't here a few minutes ago, we had a 288 character EAM, which EAM is an emergency action message that is called out by several different command posts to different places around the world, aircraft around the world, stations, bases, you name it, wherever it needs to go. Mostly we hear from Skymaster, which I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 and figure out who that is. He's the one that controls everything that happens. So, and a lot of nuclear shit's been going on the last for a week now, and it has heightened a bit. Last night? Yeah, before the AM, no. We had a bunch of our nuke sniffers up in central United States. They usually place themselves right about the middle and kind of do one of these things, or sometimes a sweeping across the northern border by Canada. And anything coming over, they pick up first. So whatever air defense we have can take them out. At this point, I don't know what to tell you because I personally do not know of any gun placements, missile placements along any of our borders to shoot anything out of the air. So I'm going to kind of run with the theory that we do have shit in space because we're like the only country that has nothing to protect our borders and our airspace. I mean, they can activate some at some of the military bases. It might take a few minutes. I don't know. I'd have to be in the military right now to even iterate on that. But anyway, getting to the EAM last night was 288 characters, which was a first. So something big was about to go down. And I guess from what we gather so far, 12 hours later, it was because 2 B-52 bombers out of Louisiana went down to Venezuela last night and paid a visit to the president of Venezuela. And he shit his pants. So after they returned, White House made a statement to Venezuela. And for some of you that don't know, about a week ago, I'd say, the Venezuelan president offered Trump a whole shitload of money, all gas and oil rights for American companies, gold rights for American companies, and a whole bunch of other shit, plus billions in cash to not attack. Flat ass, no, ain't happening, we're coming. So it's official. It's just a matter of minutes, days, and somebody's going to start carpet bombing Venezuela. I think what's going on is, this is far-fetched, but I've seen crazier shit. Might be wanting to do it to get to that, because he wants Panama back. He wants the canal back. We build it with help through other countries as well, but anyway, it's always been American run, owned, operated up until the 99-year lease ran out. One second. Oh, I shouldn't be doing that. Just reading Greg's thing. I think maybe this might be a way to swoop the northern there and get up in there that way and maybe cut off the route. Now, I also heard tale today too that Mexico's on the list for a small Venezuela thing after they take over Venezuela. So are we getting a real Gulf of America because we'll all own pretty much the whole Gulf by then if we take Mexico and Venezuela? And of course, Colombia, because it's in the way. Or make a deal with them. We own that land. Cut their border off short. But I don't know. Some crazy shit, man. Real crazy. And now you all know, well, you probably don't know, but one of the reasons why we're there is there's Russian nukes in the mountains of Venezuela. There's also a Chinese military interest in Venezuela. So, you know, it's not just about the oil. Everybody keeps saying, oh, it's just about the oil Trump wants. No, it's a lot more than that. I'm not justifying it, though, in any way, shape, or form. I think this shit could have waited. My honest opinion, Venezuela could have waited. It ain't going nowhere. If you want to cut the border off, we have the border right here. Everybody's stationed at it. Just cut everybody the fuck off. That could wait, because what's about to take off in Europe, and today it was also made clear once again that once it does take off, China, the big brother of Russia, is going to start the Taiwan shit. So it places us in 3 different places at one time in one war. So this is why I think that shit could have waited, because China's got some shit up their sleeve. They just put 100% tariff on our shit starting next week or Monday or some shit, or maybe this Wednesday. So anyway, how y'all been? Hope everything's going well for everyone. I know a few of you are sick out there. Not anybody. Neil, how you doing? And Barbie's throwing up horns, and Greg and Joe and a couple other people. How y'all doing tonight? Hope everything's well. Get one of my radios going off back here. I want to see what it was about. Yeah, that's going to be the bad part. Once this shit goes down, and I know we already have an EMP bomb floating above us all the time that Russia just put up a few months ago. Thank you. And if they blow that thing up, now nobody's ever really tested EMP, only in laboratories. So we're not quite sure if it'll take out everything across the United States or just one area or whatever it'll even do. But, you know, as you can see, you've seen commercials where you can buy shit to hook to your car and whatever to evade EMP burst and shit like that. So is it a money ploy? Is it like the 1999 computer scandal, or, you know? But they're spending money on it. They think it'll work. So, you know, one EMP and all this shit's gone. Money's gone. Banking, everything's gone. If it works the way they say it's going to work. All right, what you guys got to say? Joe says, no religion or politics, but prophecies are getting close. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And in here, y'all just say what you want, man. Just no religion shit, though. Well, I mean, as long as it's in topic, you know. I know, I've read all the books, and they all say the same thing. One day, this shit's going to come to an end. So, you know. But yeah, talk pretty much whatever you want. That's kind of what I'm doing here. If you want to talk about knives, we can talk about knives, but right now, shit's getting hot. It's going to be before Christmas. All intel from every agency is pointing probably the next 2 weeks. Something's going to be happening where our troops are going to be getting shot at. And one of the, well, 2 regions right now, but, well, 3 now with the Middle East shit. But they're trying to get that worked out so they ain't got a 3-4 front war. Although, let's go back here to, okay, we did Venezuela. Yeah, them B-52 scared the shit out of them, man. 100 miles up the coast of Caracas. With fuelers, and they had escorts, and Venezuela put up one F-16. He got up there kind of not close, but within his borders, and chickened the shit out and ran away. So there was a couple refuelers up. I'm sure there was some F-18s or something. Because right now, Puerto Rico's stacked. It's got all the men. They got like 50,000 troops, all the armament they're going to need, all the landing craft. You don't set up something like this and not do it. You could use a lot less troops to put the factor in if that's all it was going to be, with saber rattling and fear. But it's not. Not no way in hell. We're going to Venezuela. And he also put out a thing yesterday from the White House, from the Department of Defense, or excuse me, Department of War. Our troops aren't ready. No fucking shit. They now you got rid of all your vets from the past wars and Afghanistan shit and all that because they wouldn't do all them shots and dance backwards and shit for you. So all you got stuck with is basically a bunch of new, what do you call them things, politically correct people shits. Nobody does PT anymore. Nobody, training missions are slack. Our military ground, now the Marines, yeah, probably are the most, besides your special forces. They'll remain the same no matter what. But, hold on, man. I got two guys back here wanting to chit chat instead of put information out. Turn them guys down. Yeah. Alrighty. Never seen that, Neil Joe says. Barbie. Let me see, the chat freeze up again. No? Alright. What's going on over here? Everything's running smooth. Alright. Yeah, that's sort of that'll, I don't know. Belarus is really pushing it right now. And the Kremlin did come out and admit 3-4 days ago that they were their drones and they were there to practice to see what kind of air defense Poland had, Germany, Estonia, Lithuania, all them countries up and through there on the Western Europe. They said, yes, we did it on purpose, blah, 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 blah. So, and they're basically telling them to get their defenses ready. All the borders are closed down now. Nobody's allowed in and out, pretty much. So it's just a matter of days on that one. They've been toying with NATO already with troops at the border, both sides. And like we spoke before, that one little part that Russia owns, Leningrad.
Honestly, it makes everything so much easier to describe.
Commercials.
Step-by-step guides.
Come on, dude. Thank you.
Here, let me show you. So I just opened the...
I'll go show yourself. Anyway, yeah, there's some fake, well, not fake, but soldiers toying with Poland soldiers and trying to do little hit and run type things and all that shit. But, so I might have to get out of this and come back in. Hold on a second, guys. Electronics, you gotta love this shit, man. We even still live? Yep, 18 minutes in. Okay. Let's see. Oh, here's one for home. There's been a emergency accident message pretty much given out to the citizens of America today by Homeland Security. It's come through that the cartels in Mexico and of course Venezuela and everybody else have their gangs set up here to pay people who will kidnap, assault, assault, and kill, of course, American officials, city officials, fire department people, whatever. I guess you take a picture of your deed or whatever, and or if you kidnap one, you take them to the local where you're instructed to take them to, and yeah. So now we got that to deal with here in our cities. Once this was getting me. Once this shit breaks out around the world, then we got all this inner bullshit to put up with, which is gonna, everything's gonna be concentrated on outside. You're pretty much gonna have, it's gonna end up being not right away. It might take a year or a little more. They're gonna be a martial law. They're gonna have to, at least for cities. I don't know about everywhere else, but at least for the cities, because once this shit, and they're gonna really, there's gonna be Tomahawk missiles coming at us. And when that happens, shit goes crazy. And that's why you're not hearing this from mainstream news. We have Chinese and Russian subs off both coasts and the Gulf waiting for orders. And they have the same version of Tomahawk missiles that we have. And yeah, at first it'll just be high explosives. They'll take out our infrastructure, supposedly banking and military and all that stuff. But as you can see in Ukraine, wherever they land, I mean, so once this breaks, the cities are going to go nuts. You know how that, they're going to be looting everything they're going to need. It's just going to be nuts, man. And that's why they ain't saying shit now about all this. Better they keep it quiet and just wake up in the morning and, okay, now get ready. I'm just trying to help you all out. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to start shit, warmonger or nothing. Just if anybody has any questions, you know, what they need in their day or their bug out bag, their survival kit for this situation. Right now, I'd say everything. You're going to have it from several different directions, including from your own government. So, you know, who knows? You might not be able to walk off your property, or might be all just rushed to not concentration camps, but, you know, what do they call them? Refugee camps. They found more plans of that shit back in, well, they wrote it back in the late 60s, early 70s, and then just told everybody about it like early 2000s. I even forget the operation number or words for it, but it was nuts. What's up, Tegan? I was just talking about you earlier. Can't say hey individually. Okay, we'll all say hey to you. How's it going? Everybody's saying hi to you, Tegan. Anyway, I'm officially starting the War Channel, Raven's War Room. Yes, it still says Rolf Robertson. I'm gonna leave it that way for a little bit just to throw everybody off, but I'll change the name eventually. But it will be Raven's War Room. And like I said, we can talk about knives, but we can talk about guns, pew pews. I don't care. Do it. That's what we're here for. What you got? What you carrying? What caliber? You know, I don't care. Nobody's got one. Anybody? Fine then. So how's everybody doing? Since there's 7 of you now, got to be one more. Raku butt luck first run. Cool. Somebody put up. Excuse me. Barbie was telling me earlier today. Somebody got 2, 3 of the new raccoons. I think they were. I think they're a cool knife. Nothing wrong with that one. I got 2 of them over there busting up. I'm going to put back together. I can't say any more than that. That's all I can say. Here we go. Who we got? That's a new one. This is what an EM sounds like when you receive one at your other end. Now on culinary night, we had like 205 EAMs between like noon and midnight. It was nuts, man. We really thought people were literally packing their bags. It was nuts. And then we come to find out it was the start of, I can't remember what the hell it started of. What the hell did we do? We blew something. Oh, the night we bombed the shit out of the nuke plants over in freaking Iran. God, I hate doing this shit when you're old. Yeah, the nuke plants, we bombed all that. That was crazy. Not sure what this one's about yet. Might be a sign off going to Skymaster. It's a big one though. Yeah, last night we had one that was 288 characters. Tegan might understand that. I about be home, then make breakfast and maybe try to get some rest. All right, Greg, do what you gotta do, brother. We're always here, you know that. Appreciate you coming in, even for a minute. Is that too loud on your guys' end? Should I turn it down, or is it about right? Hey, it's the Johnsons. Skull. Skull. What's going on? Ice water. Not drinking tonight. Might keep me out of trouble. shit. I'll bring it back. I forgot something. I got a, what do you call it? A dang strop that I got sitting at dye. I want to dye the handle. Oh yeah, it's blue, green, blue, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know, just trying something out. Does that look green? Besides wet. Actually looks like shit, don't it? Yeah, that don't take the wood. I mean, it looks different out here. You can still see the wood grain. I'll wait till it cures. See what it looks like. Just experimenting around. Got bored. You know, when you get all that time on your hands. Honestly, I don't. Any of you guys been invested in these holdbacks? They're really right now. I need to get more. They're issued by the state. This one's a. Yeah, I know. I got to pull it out of the wrapper. Yeah, I guess I could do that too. Huh? It is a wee dark. It might work. I don't like lights. Yeah, here's the back. Well, that's too bright. That's Oklahoma, and there's the front. It's got some kind of crazy picture on it. But anyway, they're worth real money. This one's a, what is it? A half. I think they're worth $3 and something for a half. And then they go to ones and, you know, up 5s, 20s, stuff like that. But yeah, invest in these because that's what money is going to be once all that shit happens. And it's real gold. There's really gold. And I guess it's real easy to retrieve once you trade it off and everything. So I've been investing on some of these. I'm going to try to get like, you know, a 20 is worth like 60, 80 bucks. So, you know, if you could pick up one or two of them a month until we'll actually need them. Of course, it might be even too late now, but who knows? Yeah, I like them. Later, Joe. Have a good evening. Yep, 4 a.m. comes awful early. And yes, while y'all are here still and I ain't bored you to death, still going to be having giveaways, but not knives. I mean, there might be a knife or some kind of hatchet thing or some shit survival-wise. But I'm going to start doing more like equipment, stuff you're really going to need in a situation. And don't forget to buy your iodine pills. They're cheap. They're on Amazon or anywhere. You get 2 bottles for like $8. If per se you're outside of the blast area, but yet in the fallout area, and you have to get to somewhere, those things will let you get there. You get a little bit better treatment or keep the radiation out of your blood or fight it off or whatever the hell it does. But we'll talk about that another night. I got a bunch of them up in the closet waiting. So, and bug out bags and whatnot. Paul, what's going on? Cliff? What's up, guys? Just talking about the current events right now. See what's going on the map real quick. We just had an EAM and I didn't even hear the end if it was a sign off or, well, they didn't authenticate it. So therefore, it probably wasn't worth even listening to. But right now, it's awful quiet. How many people? Emergency alert. Yeah, the tower's still up. Yeah, we still got our big towers online right now in the Midwest. They're the ones that can like communicate around the world and they only pop up when they're turned on. We got 1, 2 in Wyoming, western central Wyoming, and we've got 2 on in Denver. And these are important to know because when they're on, that means something's going on. They're transmitting something important. They don't use this shit for trading. Wouldn't be cost effective. I mean, I'm sure they do on a large scale training exercise or something. They really need to use it and know. But this kind of stuff here gives you an idea. Like, for instance, pizza. If you go to all the pizza shops, they actually have an app, or not an app, but somebody put up a thing now you can go to and see if the pizza shops are delivering a lot of pizza to Washington or Pentagon or whatever, and that tells you they're staying late and something's brewing, you know. So you got to put the puzzle together, and that way because nobody's going to come out right and tell us, oh yeah, we're going to go into Afghanistan tomorrow and blow the shit out of it. Nukes may be involved, you know, but you're not going to find that shit out till after. Because like I said, they do not want panic. When war breaks out, there's going to be a lot of it. So they're trying to keep that down. Who was it? That wasn't supposed to be on the open net, I don't think. That sounded like communication between aircraft or something to each other. Or ground control. Usually don't hear them. But yeah. So how many we got now? 8 people. Woo. Be right back. Okay, Paul.
Last caller. This is Marenko. Please say again last. I'll copy over.
I was going to say I didn't catch all that either. He's calling for a repeat. Not copying very well, buddy.
Last caller. This is name cell. I have you weak for readable. I'll copy me over.
Threat of ballistic missile weapons from Tangudo? Now, where the hell's Tangudo? I'm kind of watching live shit going on right here to my left on the laptop. It gives me up to date of everything that's going on right now. From wildfires to earthquakes to explosions to missile alerts, EAM alerts, all that good stuff. Everybody saying hi. Okay. Oh, he's back. All right, Paul. Jason Beecher. What are you doing, brother? Hope you had a good day today, Jason. Should be about end of farm. Well, not for you, but harvest season, depending on where he lives, about over with. Them farmers out there. Well, I tell you what, man. I'd hate to be a farmer. I'd be so pissed off. I've been seeing a lot of shit where they're literally putting grain and shit outside of silos because they ain't got nowhere to put it. Nobody's moving it. When this 100% tariff shit sets in with the Chinese, who implemented this, by the way? Not us. I think he slapped a 10 or 25% on them, which they were doing to us anyway. But now that China's done come back with their 100% bullshit, of course, you know what that's going to do if it sticks and last any long period of time. It'll blow the knife market out of the water. But alongside that, you're talking food, chickens, poultry, everything you see in Walmart, more likely is from Mexico or China. We can't supply it. We better start. Of course, we have to after it starts. But damn, man, I can't believe they put us in this position. I really can't. It blows my mind that intelligent people let us get into this situation. It just really blows my freaking mind, man. Oh, no, buddy. Sorry to hear that. Is it going to be okay, I hope? It was around a farm, or was it an accident? Or just tell us how he is. Sorry to hear that, though, bro. Oh, you don't? Well, prayers for you, brother. From the heart. Serious. Hate to hear that. Let me fill my water back up. I'll be right with you. Okay, moving along here. Yeah, the cartel thing. That's messed up, man. Literally paying people money to snag us off the street and shit. That's just how many it's here. The gangs and the offshoots of cartels and everything. It's nuts. I don't know how the major cities do it, but you know what? I know it's here. And it's not ICE. It's not the National Guard. It's real simple. You bring the mob back. You give the mob every large American city. Here you go. Just keep shit down to a minimum, but here you go. Cities were beautiful back in the 70s and mostly through the 80s. Who cleaned them up? Wasn't the cops. It was people afraid to do shit in the cities because if they did, they found themselves in the desert. I'm telling you, put the mob back in the cities, they'll control it. Yes, we do. We hope it gets really better soon. I hate to hear that. Oh yeah, this is funny. The Taliban is getting wiped off the face of the earth, but not by us. But you know what? For some reason, I think we're behind it. Because Trump said he wanted our equipment back. They said no. Then all of a sudden, Pakistan goes in there and takes all the shit. A lot of our shit back. They took out 8 outposts last night and a lot of American equipment. And now they're bringing tanks in, anti-missiles, aircraft, all kinds of shit on the borders of Afghanistan and Pakistan. So now we got 2 more Muslim companies getting ready to take each other out. Get her done. That's what I say. Yeah, they would. Yes, they would. You know, so what? So what is unethical? How do you think everything was built throughout history? It was by under the table shit. You think them big castles and all that shit got built because some fat dude with a bunch of 12-year-old girls said, I want a castle on a hill? Nah, you had to pay motherfuckers, man. It's the way it's always been done. So let it be done the right way, though. You know, there wouldn't be no fentanyl. Them boys were against all that shit. Well, you might have some weed running around or maybe some coke, but hell, the government came up with the coke shit anyway. You know, let them play. Streets will be cleaned up in no time. And just think of the political contributions they would get in return. No, they're not. And what's happening right now, if any of y'all live by anywhere near Michigan or in Michigan, there's a place I used to truck drive to all the time called Dearborn, Michigan. And it literally makes me sick to see the big ass Ford plant sitting in this town of Dearborn and everything around it, towels on their head and half shit on their women. And if you even try to get in their neighborhood, walk the streets or anything, your ass is going to get chanted at and shit. I mean, and this was 20 shit. Then with Barb 25, mid 90s, so 30 fucking years ago. Imagine what it's like now with all the new recruits in. Jesus Christ. Now there's 2-3 states making laws so they can't make Sharia law in the United States. Excuse me. It says in the Constitution you can't do that shit. So why do we have to make laws so these shitheads don't make laws? I'm not getting that at all. But yeah, Florida's one of them. They're getting ready to pass a law to make Sharia law illegal. Duh. Texas already passed one. I think there's another one, Nevada or some shit trying to do it. But why? It's already in the Constitution. Just use the Constitution as a fucking law book, assholes. Jesus. I just don't get it. It's like the gun shit. It says what you're allowed to do with guns. Okay, yeah, you got to make a couple amendments for crazy people and shit. Totally understandable. Ain't got no problem with that. But leave the rest of it the fuck alone. Quit fucking trying to take everything away from everybody. It's the only thing we have left. They're not going to protect us. Once this shit goes down, everybody goes underground. We're left up here. Local cops will tell you where you can maybe go or not go, or you might get something if this shit still works, which I doubt it will. A message where to go, or stay in place, or whatever. Because when it first pops off, it's going to be confusion. We're not going to know how big the strike is, who's striking us. Well, they'll probably know who. We won't, at least for an hour or 2 or 3. Of course, I don't know once I see something fly over my house, but it's going to be nuts, bros. We're going to witness history like we've read about for a long time. Some of us older guys, you know, we've heard the stories because we come out of the World War II babies. Some of us boomers that everybody bitches about all the time. But, yeah, I mean, we remember in Vietnam and all that. So we were kind of still in that historical roll period there. Until everything got settled down, and then everything got knocked out around the 80s, and everybody had fun for 10 years. And then that new breed came along. Fucked everything up. You know, Jason, I swear to God, it's like they had never read it and understand what it means. It's real simple. It's like the 10 Commandments. It's real fucking simple. 10 really cool ideas to live by, which ain't hurting nobody, not even yourself. And then the Constitution. It's not hard. Yeah, we all done something or something in our lives. Everybody does. I don't care who you are. Something in your past will haunt you the rest of your life. And who knows what it is? It could be a fish that you threw back that you should have kept, and it would have won you all kinds of prizes or some shit. You know, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's just everybody has had something happen to them or something one time. So I don't get it, man. Read the goddamn Constitution. Oh, yeah, here's a good one. UN. Yeah, they got together. Now they want to tax on, what the hell was it? Okay, it's just worldwide tax. Literally taking our tax money, Canada's tax money, Mexico, everybody. Got to throw in whatever they already throw in to be in the UN. But they're literally going to tax goods. Like when you buy something at the store, they want a UN tax on it. Is what I'm talking about. This shit ain't cool. That ain't, and they said it ain't going to happen. They'll get out of the UN before they let that happen. But yeah, they literally want to put a tax on our stuff that we buy. So if you buy a car and you pay your state, local, federal tax, and in some states tax every year, like this one, stupid idiots. Yeah, that's bullshit. Paying a foreign entity our money. Not happening. But all this bigger shit will happen before that anyway. So just a humorous note. And NATO preparing. Belarus is getting ready to come over. They're right now on both sides prepping. It could be minutes. It could be days before that breaks off in Europe. So Kaliningrad, it's all going to be blamed on Kaliningrad. Because as you know, if you look at the map, you got Russia. Okay, well, however you guys are looking, let me look at this. Okay, anyway, you got Russia over here coming west towards all the Western countries before the ocean in England. Okay, little part out here is Russia's, right? And then it stops right at North Poland. And then there's like a little car, like 60-foot right away. It goes back to Russia, and it's like 65 miles long. Well, they got all kinds of shit in Kaliningrad. And Belarus on the other side, which is still Russia, but whatever. They're going to, yeah, and split off when they come in. But that Russia wants an actual connection back with that piece of land they own. So that's what's going to kick it all off. All right, what we got? Mick Ranger sliding up in here saying hi to everybody. Mick, I hope you're doing great, buddy. Seriously, hope you're doing well, man. I hear the biggest UN tax is going to be on. That cheered me right the hell up. That's straight up. Thanks, Jason. That was a good one. Hell yeah. That ought to be in a bumper sticker. That's crazy. Yeah, that tariff thing with China, that's, of course, as we discussed earlier, for some of you that weren't here, we sent B-52s down to Venezuela this morning to wake them up, along with some fighters. And it's become a big issue, of course. And so anyway, it was reported out of Moscow today, pretty much after that ordeal, that what they're doing is China's going to do the Taiwan thing. Belarus, Russia is going to attack the Kaliningrad area to get their land back. And then we'll be in with Venezuela doing our war with that. And they want to do it that way to keep us occupied. So, and plus we have the thing going on in the Middle East. So we'll be in 3 different areas fighting 7, 8 different countries. But yeah, the whole Venezuela thing, I get more of a handle on it. For those of you who weren't here, there's nuclear missiles up in the mountains, which I knew that a long time ago. We all knew that. But the government finally came out a week ago and stated it's not oil. There's Russian nuclear assets in the mountains. There's Chinese assets in Venezuela as well. The president of Venezuela offered Trump billions of dollars, oil rights, gold rights, shipping, shit, all kinds of other stuff. And the White House told him flat out, no, we don't want to deal with you. We're not dealing with you at all, period. Don't call us again. So we're going in. I mean, it's just when. I mean, it's like now. So I don't even know why they did a show of force with the B-52s today. That was kind of dumb, I think, because you're not going to deal with them, so why scare them? Just do it. Or don't do it. You're going to be needed in West Europe real soon, because West Europe ain't got shit. Putting our troops, their troops, and everything on the Eastern Front, Western Front, depending on which side you are of all that mess, we ain't got enough. He's been stockpiling 1.5 million men and equipment for the last 9 and 10 months. Well, a year, actually. He's been really hitting everything hard the last 9 months. Got 50,000 from Cuba. Now, where do you think 150,000 came from? Yeah, hospitals, jails, prisons, everything else. A bunch from North Korea, a bunch from China, whole shitload from North Africa. He probably got 200,000-300,000 just from North Africa alone. Did you know that Russia is one of the few countries not ran by, yeah. The politics side of that kind of shit, I don't know. It's a great possibility. But yeah, what's the other Bilderbergers? Which are still in some kind of power. I just seen a thing on them not too long ago. They go way back to like 12th century or something, probably even before that. But yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at all. People, Mick, okay, people are all overlooking the Russian, China, Iran, yep. And pact. Someone destabilize NATO, Europe. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's why the pact we made with Ukraine. When I sat right here, and we literally watched them line up on the border, and then a couple weeks later, just roll across in a big ass convoy. We literally alerted people that they're coming, and dude, for the next 72 hours, we're just crazy. We were watching so many live feeds of this shit going down. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Okay, so yep, NATO, our military, they even come out and said it themselves today. A general got on there with Fox, I think it was, and I'm pretty sure it was Fox. But we're in bad shape. Equipment's good. We just gotta have the people to run it the right way. And I hope when they had the generals meeting a couple weeks ago, which I still think was a bad idea. I'm glad everybody got out there alive. You don't mass your whole tree, every leadership, even in president, in one building. Wow, talk about historical there. I mean, literally, every leadership body was in that one building. Crazy. Just Google the Shanghai Pact. It will make so many things so much clearer. Okay. I'll have to refresh. I've heard of the name. Yeah, you think so, Mick? Just like I was saying, I don't know if you were in here. I just got done saying it again. He offered President Trump oil rights, gold rights, to kick China out, to kick Russia out, and billions of dollars on top of that. Trump just said no and hung the phone up. Don't want to deal with you. So if he's willing to pass all that shit up, I know it's about the nukes right now. It's definitely a security thing for the United States. Them nukes could be here in a matter of minutes. I mean, they're that close, just across the freaking Gulf of America, or whatever we're calling it today. Because now that they put Columbus Day back, bastards. Leif Erikson discovered America, and probably somebody even before him. But yeah, I mean, Columbus is cool, but he was a dick. Used to hang around with him back in the day, man. He was always whining about something. The equipment is great. The people are terrible. Yeah, I know, Taggin. I know. And you know, when I was in, pretty much 80, I'd say 75. 75% of my unit was all Vietnam vets. They just didn't have nowhere to go. So they stayed in the Army. So the guys I was with, it'd be like one or two new recruits in a track, and the rest would be all Vietnam vets. And I couldn't ask for better training. I'm dead serious. These guys were there 2 to 4 times, you know, and they were really cool dudes. We had this one Chinese guy, Sergeant Nishida. Don't say shit. Not for a long time. I thought he didn't speak English, you know, but he did. And we were sitting on the back of the track door one day. We had a log under it, sitting back on the dorm, hanging out, tarp over them our little lights with the flashlight cones on them with different colors, made it look like a patio. Thrown down a little bit, we was off for the night, and seen this weasel run from one like tree line to another, and I was like, "Well, there goes a weasel!" And all of a sudden, this motherfucker come up from behind me, pat, 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 walked down there, got it, skinned it, threw it sitting there over the fire, that quick. I just looked at Sergeant Cook, and I says, "Dude," he's like, "Let him go, man, let him go." I'm like, all right. I think the guy said 3 things to me in a year and a half. And I think one of them was good morning one time. And the other one was look out, I'm coming through or some shit when he was trying to get off the track one day. And I was trying to get my goddamn M60 out from under fucking what they call the seat. Yeah, Trump. It's funny. Is there? Well, I'm sure there is after what happened today. The Homeland Security, FBI, everybody else put out a warning today that the cartels have instructed all their gangs in the city to abduct high-level Americans, kidnap them, beat them. You get different amounts of money for different things you end up doing to this person. So there's a lot of broke people, and there's a lot of people who shouldn't be here. Shit's gonna happen. So if anybody y'all know works for the government, even a government building,
I joined the Army after 9/11.
let them know. Be vigilant. Keep your head on a swivel.
I told you guys what I needed to
I
do.
mean, hell, we just got another warning a week or two ago about terrorists, the Middle East terrorists, playing red flag things and like setting a vacant house on fire, and then once fire and EMT show up and kill everybody. And that's a credible 98% chance it's going to happen type thing, come from Homeland. So, yeah, if your guys around any cities, man, watch your backs. Damn straight. Johnson said. Johnson's. Menudo is poison for... Well, yeah, I'd seen how he became... I watched it all live when it happened. The night he became president. They about had a civil war right there. I don't know why they quit. Yep, dictator. Oh, yeah. was going to get away more than Menudo's offered. Yeah, well, that's true too. There's a lot of gold down there, and they just kind of discovered this shit about 10 years ago, that the jungle is full of freaking gold. But a lot of it's so protected and everything, they're having problems getting to it, which is a good thing. Hey, if you know it's there, fine, leave it there. Just, I don't know. Hell, they'll dig under the goddamn forest just to get gold. People are going to start being dropped a lot more frequently. Got to go lay down. My neck is hurting. No problem. No problem, Mick. Do what you got to do, man. Take care. Have a great night. See you around probably this weekend in some chat. Not going to be so much involved in every live anymore. Got other shit to do. Really, I do. But I'll be around. Have a great night, bro. Appreciate you coming in. Paul, you still in here? Can't remember if he left or not. I'm looking on the map. Well, quiet night on the radio. That's a plus. But we got a lot of air traffic up, especially for a Wednesday night. I'll give you guys kind of a look. This is all just military aircraft. It's no commercial flights. I'm not sure how well you're all going to be able to see that. But there's a bunch. And the training schools are wide open. Usually they calm down around night, only for a few night training people that have to do night training. But they're, man, Southern Alabama at the Beehive, they're got what? 40, 50 helicopters up in the air right now. Jacksonville's lightened up a little bit. They're down to 2 helicopters. That's where the Apaches and shit train. And over here in the Texas Beehive, we got about at Fort Cavaros. What? Well, they must have changed the name because now it's Fort Cavazos. Anyway, they got a bunch of choppers up. Just doing circle patterns. Oh, okay, you're still here. I'm only going to say one word, and you'll understand where I'm coming from. But before I say it, I wanted to say this. I almost rolled out of bed in tears, laughing so fucking hard. Tits. That woke me up this morning. That was funny. Yeah, that's another thing too. We got 8 people now. I figured this wasn't going to go over very well, except for a few people, but that's fine. That's fine. If I can help 2 people out, I'll be happy. If I can save 1 person, I'll be happy. But I'm sure down the road, as things get a little hotter, people will be like, Bob, what's going on, Bob? Nah, I'm not that sadistic. I will help you. Just don't piss me off. Just playing with mobile games while listening. Cool. I still haven't got a reply back from Tits. You were in Grizzle Bears this morning, right? Sorry, I tried not to have one while I was on air, but I couldn't do it. I made it halfway through, though, damn it. I'm proud of myself. Girl Fog, what's up, bro? Talking about shit going on. Of course, we're about halfway through there.
Hey, girl folk.
Barbie making a visit. Don't turn the light on. What else we got here? Yeah. Fox News is when I put that out. Homeland Security, thousands of dollars being paid to take out ICE agents, other agents, doxing them. You can get money for doxing them. So if you know where an ICE agent lives or any kind of government official, high, priority type official, the Mexican cartel and the gangs will pay you thousands of dollars just to dox them. That's just lovely, isn't it? Kidnapping, assaulting.
Raping.
Oh, and it's official. Antifa has put out a statement today that they do not exist. So we have to worry no more. It's official. They do not exist. I repeat, they do not exist. Wear uniforms, they have flags, they have their little special headband, but yet they don't exist. We made it up. That was their official statement. Although I still say it's probably helped. Some of the CIA money probably going to them as well. I think Ralph is a vampire. He doesn't like the light. No, I don't. I love dark places. Not to be evil or anything. I just like it dark. I hate lights. I don't know. Always have. And even from maybe it's because I was from California originally. I was born there. Just couldn't handle the sun bullshit anymore. I don't know. Yeah, I go for walks at night. My daytime I'll go out, for business purposes or whatever, store, shit like that. But my leisure time, I'd rather be in the woods at night and everything else. I got pretty good night vision in one eye. That's good still. Used to have really good night vision in both till about 3 years ago. Was watching my phone. This eye kind of went blue colored. Like if you ever pushed in on your eyeball for some weird reason to rub it and you get that light that's behind your eyelid, it didn't go away with my eye open. Then it got worse. Then it quit. And a couple months later, it came back with a vengeance. What the hell? I got this bright flash blob in front of my eye. And literally, everything, any straight line looked like a big wave. So I went to the eye doctor. First, he's asked me, he says, would you mind if we're having students today, would you mind if a student examined you? I said, no, go ahead. So she's looking at my both eyes. She kept concentrated on my left eye. And she ran out the room. Literally, slammed the thing down and winged the door open. I'm like, what? All of a sudden, 7 people come back. I'm like, what the hell? Doctor grabs the thing. He's looking at it and asking me to do certain things with my eyeball and shit like that. And he goes, I'm going to run some tests. So, all right. Well, one, I had to put my face in this thing and pick these dots as they lit up and hit a button as word, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then the other one sucked. They shot blue dye at me and she missed, blew out my arm. Oh, it hurt too, really bad. But anyway, the second time she got the blue dye at me and they took pictures of my eyes and all this shit. So I go back in the waiting room or the examining room. Nobody. Wait. And they finally come and got me. Doctor had 2 screens up on his computer. One of one eye, one of the other eye. He goes, see this eye? You got a nice round, whatever the name of your thing in the middle is, the black part. He says, see how it's really smooth and round in the edges? I said, yeah. He goes, see the blood veins? How they're all nice and curvy. And everything. Yeah. Now look at this eye. The middle of this eye is blown out. Looks like a big explosion. And every vein is angled like a lightning bolt. It's real jagged and you can see there was 3, I think. 3 clots in the 3 of the veins. But he's like, when did you have the stroke? And I said, well, I actually had one 4 or 5 years ago, but it was only a mini stroke. I was only in the hospital a week. He's like, well, according to your eye, you had a stroke or you're diabetic. He says, that's the only time we see that. And I says, well, will it go away? And he's like, no, it's only going to get worse. So, all right. So now I walk around my left eye basically looking underwater with goggles on, without goggles on. That's what it looks like. I feel like a darker, cooler. Don't know. I just do. I don't like extreme cold, but I don't mind the cold. Cold doesn't bother me that bad. You start getting -5 below and below, that sucks. Anyway, look, I went deer hunting one morning. It was 25 below. I did get a buck though. Just thanks to 2 New Yorkers that were just down the hill from me on their side of the world, missing and chasing a bunch of deer to me. And then coming up over the hill with their guns all like up, like, that's our deer. We hit it. And I said, I don't think so. There's one 30-06 hole in there, and you guys use 12 gauge slugs. They looked at it real quick, saw the blood splatter about where the deer was standing where I shot it. And okay, I guess so then. I had two buddies right behind me. They didn't know that though. They was only like 25, 30 yards behind me, behind the trees. I had no problems. That's the only time I had a problem hunting. Most people walk up to you, they're just like, hey, nice deer, man. Yeah, not these two fuckers. They wanted to take my deer. Didn't happen though. Rolf's a vampire. I used to go cold. Oh, okay. But look where, but look where you're at. You get a choice. Okay, well, the EMs are calming down. What else did I have for you tonight? I wrote a bunch of shit down. I'm trying to be semi-professional about this. Anybody got any questions about what we talked about so far? Any intel? Oh, I forgot I left off and got on another conversation. But if any of y'all live by any kind of military post or anything like that, and you see anything really unusual happening, hit me up on Instagram or wherever I'm connected with you at. And let me know. And then I can go on one of my live maps and see what, where, when. And I got a couple guys that know everything because they're still in that I can confirm with. Because everything I'm going to hear here is confirmed. I mean, you're not going to hear one bullshit story out of me. I'm not here to warmonger nobody. I'm not here to scare anybody. I just want information and survival. That's all I'm dishing right now. Okay, we did the NATO, Belarus. Yeah, we did all that. UN taxes. Yeah, good luck with that, UN. 100% tariffs from China. Yeah, it's getting close. You know, World War II start off was a lot like this. Shutting off shipping and stuff. Oh, that's another thing. Some of you might know this, but I didn't know this. I wasn't surprised. But China owns ports in the mainland United States. And now they're charging us to park our own ships there to bring goods in. And everybody else's. So all the ports in China, all the ports that China own around the world will now have to pay an extra duty to offload and shit at their ports, along with the 100% tariffs. Shipping, if Xi holds it, shit'll stop. Start growing food. Because 80% of it comes from China, along with our medicine and everything else. I've noticed we have started taking care of a lot of military Humvees. Yeah. Oh yeah, maintenance time. I've seen a lot on trains heading out to certain places for maintenance. Not all loads on trains go to war. A lot of times you'll see them, they'll ship a whole division for training, like a National Guard division for their summer training and shit. They'll send their equipment and everything with them, you know. So not everything is emergency related. Got to be careful with that. But if y'all see anything on trains, convoys, like flatbed of tanks and Humvees and Bradleys and whatever the hell they use these days. Yeah, let me know and I'll track it down which way they were going, shit like that. I pretty much know a lot of the training bases, what they do there. So a lot of them are newer to me because they've switched a lot of shit around since I've been in. So if I get a lot of the base names wrong and everything, it's because they didn't used to be called that. I know now they're changed back. Some of them got changed back. Bragg's back to Bragg. I think Benning got switched back to Benning. Although I wasn't really that pissed about what they did name it because it was named after the dude from the movie. I mean, he's a real guy. But the guy went to Vietnam. We were soldiers. That story. Well, they named it after him, which wasn't a bad choice. But still, don't do it. Yes, Cliff, totally agree. But there are also a lot of people that don't know what's going on right now. And somebody as simple as me, they might be strolling through YouTube one day and say, what's he talking about? Let me go look. I mean, there are people that untouched with outside world, like the Amish. But you know, if just one or two people get ready out of what I'm trying to say and bring to the table, because the mainstream media ain't doing it. If this was 30, 40 years ago, every one of them be on right now, 24/7, tracking everything. I've seen it. I've seen it during Nam. I've seen it during the golf. I've seen it, you know. You couldn't go on any channel without an update, especially when the first shit started. It was on 24/7. So, you know, nobody's doing that now. Yeah, you got a couple guys on YouTube. That's it. So, I hope it works out. I mean, I'm too close to a city right now. Straight line distance, I'm like 45 miles away from Charlotte, and that's too close. Although I got a place to go, I just don't want to go. I really hate to have to leave. There's three targets in Charlotte if it ever goes nuclear. If it stays conventional with high explosives and all that shit, mainly like a war is supposed to be fought in, then I'll be all right. But I got my family room, which is downstairs, almost half underground. One end actually is almost underground. The other end kind of comes up a little. Well, if I just plastic all the windows off and everything, board them up, we'll be all right in the basement. Well, not basement. It's a family room. It's got a fucking fireplace in it. But yeah, I can live in that thing for indefinite. That's where all my food storage, all my survival food stored, and water and all that shit. So I can hang down there for 2 weeks, no problem. No problem at all. And that's what you're gonna, if you live in one of the fallout zones, that's what it's gonna have to be, is about 2 weeks. The best place to live is north and west, because all the winds blow kind of an east-south, depending on what time of year it is, but still, they blow kind of an easterly-south motion. So here, I'm 3/4 way across the country. Yes, there's a row of mountains right here. They go all the way from Alabama to freaking Vermont. Will that help a little? Yes. But depending on what cities get directly hit up over the mountain. So,
Razor sharp Japanese knife.
all right, come on with your Japanese knife for $10,000
Gift box.
in your premium gift box. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I mean, I really wouldn't. I don't know. We need this to happen. Logically, we kind of do. We need a reset on what's right and what's wrong. And I hope it just stays conventional, and then everybody kind of like, you know, this is stupid. Let's talk about it. We'll see. That's all we can do is watch what happens next, because it's on the clock. There's 3 hot spots right now that will cause us to duck and cover. And you know, once we attack Venezuela, all they got to do is push a button, and even their small missiles can make it here. I mean, look where they are compared to the Gulf. They can hit Florida. They can take out all the islands. They can take out southern Texas, shit like that. They got the missiles to do it. Hell, the bad part about it is half the shit they got, we sold them. So they got F-16s. I don't know if they have any 18s or anything like that. I'll have to look into that. That'll probably be my next live or something. I'll also be putting up videos during the week, just short, little briefs on what's going on. If something big pops up, I'm going to go live automatically. So this is going to be one of them deals. If I feel it's where it really needs to be talked about, or something's coming now, I'll get on here. So unless it happens while I'm sleeping, and it probably will, and it'll piss me off because it'll feel like I dropped the ball and everything else. So now I'm not going to get any sleep because of you guys. So, because I'll be hurt if it happens while I'm not alert. Hey, that's cool. I'll be hurt if you're not alert. Cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been watching him for years. However long he's been on. I don't catch him a lot, but I will catch the ones I'm interested in. I go back and look at him at night, sometimes in the mornings when I first get up with my coffee. I'm kind of like instead of reading the paper with my coffee, now I look through all the news and shit like him. And yeah, he's a good dude. He's Ex-Special Forces, ain't he? Pretty sure he is, something like that. I want to see us bring back the 18. Bring back. Hell, they're upgrading that thing. They even got a new version coming out. They ain't getting rid of that. That thing, you can fly it, shot up, and everything else. Oh, I hate my brain. I've told the story before. I don't know if it's the same people were in here or not, but when I first joined the military, I wanted to fly an A-10. But my stupid little ass thought you had to be, officer. You had to go to college, and be an officer, and then go to, if you pass the physical, and then go to flight school. What's up, Dwayne? Let him in. We're talking about the end of the world. Come on in, pull up a chair. I'm glad to have you. And so I'm at the rifle range halfway through basic training at Fort Benning, Georgia. Couple flyover, did a couple circles, and I'm just sitting there in awe looking at them like, oh, flying about 1,500 feet, I think they were waiting on another one or some shit, because once the other ones came, they took off. But anyway, I just looked up. I said, man, I wish I'd have went to college. Well, fucking drill sergeant overheard. He goes, what the fuck you want to go to college for, you fucking maggot? I said, so I could fly one of them. He just lost it, dude. He fucking broke out laughing, almost went to his fucking knees. And I'm like, what? He goes, who the fuck was your recruiter, son? I said, well, it's kind of a local guy. I've known him for, a long time. Hung out, like you do when you're back in them days. You went to your recruiter alphas after school and listened to war stories and watch war films and shit, getting that propaganda in your head so you join when you turn 17 or 18, which I did. Anyway, he starts laughing. And I'm like, what? He says, you don't have to be an officer or go to college. He says, you gotta be a warrant officer. He said, just go through a school for like 90 days, which you can, which I found out there's 90-day wonders, and you can become a butter bar as well. But yeah, you just go through some school, you become a warrant officer, and then you go to flight school, and you pass all the training and the tests. He said the math is the hardest part, which I'm decent on math. I'm not the greatest, but he said, yeah, you could fly one of them. I was like, really? I was like a little puppy dog. I was like, really? But now I'm a machine gunner. Oh, well. I stayed an infantryman. I didn't even pursue it. Although where I did fuck up again was the last day of basic training, and they came out with a list. Who wanted to go to Ranger School? Too young and stupid. My main goal at that point was right there was getting hell as far the way I could from basic training and go get drunk. I didn't care about anything else at that point. I should have went to Ranger training. Ranger School. I was already there anyway. Just had to move my barracks to a different part. But yeah, I should have done that. Because I really don't. Back then, I mean, I used to set myself on fire and walk around like an idiot.
You did that here too.
Just for fun. I wasn't afraid of anything back in the old days.
I got video.
Dwayne says, hey, Barbie,
I said hi to him in chat.
read my message.
What?
Cliff. Slowly roll up the hill.
Slowly jump off the bridge.
Okay, yeah. Well, I figured he was. My memory, I know it is, but my memory's getting bad, guys. I know I've said it 100 times, but it is. I mean, I know it's like a barrier when I try to think about something. I know it. I just gotta get over this little wall to confirm it. Is what's going on upstairs right now. So it's like that with a lot of things. Who are you? Why are you even here? Some lady standing beside me. No idea who she is. Oh no, I lost my map. Yeah, I suppose. I'll be right back.
No, that's my way over here.
Anyway, I'm gonna show these guys again. Please get gold backs. Please, at least $25-30 a month. This is what will save your ass when the tellers don't work no more and all electronics go down. And this $quarter thing, which is worth $3.80 or more now because gold went up again. More gold goes up, the more this goes up. And or no, this is six. Wait a minute.
One's
Is there
50
one?
cents and
One's a half, one's a whole. The one that's whole's worth like $7 right now.
Yeah, the half worth $3.
But yeah, as gold goes up though, they cost more. So it's real gold. It's woven into the fabric or whatever the hell they do. They're issued by states. It's not by some guy in his garage. I know, I'm just reading chat. Yeah, former operator. If you sub to his, okay, if you sub to his new later, you can get weeklies. Yeah, I think I am actually. I do think I get shit in my mail. There's a couple of them I got to read. Let's see the people in. Okay, then back down. Yeah, I got that, Cliff. All right, cool. Yeah, I will sign up if I'm not. I will, because he's got factual shit. And the other guy, not getting it off the top of my head. Shit, he sits in his garage, big garage, toys, boats, motorcycles, all that shit. Y'all might know who I'm talking about, but he does a lot of intel shit too. Oh, is that what you wanted me to read about the Subdue's newsletter? Or was it the one? No, we already talked about the ones that aren't ready yet. Was it one before that, maybe? No. Yeah, his newsletter. Was that what you were talking about? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got that one. Go away. You're bothering me. You're a good girl. Oh, no, you took my little head down.
Can't see it anyway.
What is that noise? That's got to quit. Shit. Hold on a second, guys. Enough of that shit. Somebody's radio going off. How time we got? 12 or 120? No, it ain't 120. It's been on for 120. Okay, that'll work. Laugh my freaking ass off, huh? Why, me trying to sneak it in? I don't know why, I just don't do it. Everybody else does it. Okay, now that my map's back up. Military aircraft only. Let's go down to Venezuela. See what's happening down there. Anything going on? Nope, skies are empty. Okay, let's go off. Go to commercial. Okay, who are you? Okay, you're just commercial. Well, I'll tell you what, Puerto Rico, I bet they're loving this. Especially the cat houses. All them soldiers there, nothing to do on a small island. Take note. Puerto Rico today, the population, and Puerto Rico in 5 years from now. See if there's a trend. War as hell. No, just a bunch of, oh, wait. We just got one popped up. United States. Nope, it's flagged commercial. Okay. Yeah, nobody down. There's really nothing going on in the Caribbean. Oh, who's this? Nope. Who the hell's still flying a 707 besides the military? Somebody got an old ass plane. One of my first rides was in a 707. Love that plane. Big old plane. For those of you that don't know what the hell I'm doing down here, I'm on my pad tracking all air traffic. Okay, let's do that. Let's see what's going on in Europe. And there's a ship, a Russian ship, is up here in the Black Sea. Not the Black Sea. Was it the Black Sea? No, it's the other one. The freaking one just right outside of Latvia and Estonia and all that. That sea that goes to Russia and up next to Finland and all that. Anyway, something happened to a Russian ship, and it's limping back to port. Now, there was not much information out at the time, so when I get more what happened to it, they've been out there cutting communication. That's another thing, too. When these guys are going down deep and cutting all these communication lines from one continent and country to another, I mean, literally just cutting the shit out of everything, you don't do that if nothing's going to happen. All the signs are there. Deja vu. The Baltic. Thank you, sir. I don't know why. Just can't. I got to write this shit down, I guess. Have me a cheat sheet. So I'm sitting here and sound like a bumbling idiot. Or wait, maybe I am. Still making weird noises. Uh-oh. Going away now. Roll.
I am absolutely
Something happened here.
obsessed with what's
Nope.
inside.
Yeah. Okay, we got sound in there. If it ain't that screeching shit. I gotta get my laptop redone. I got a bunch of shit I'm gonna hook to it, cameras, so we don't have to hold up tablets and shit. Just click of a button, boom, you're on the map, you know, like it should be. There's a couple more little items I need to do all that, and then I guess I gotta pay some streaming service. You know, you think you're making that money, and then they're snagging money that people want to give you money, and taking all that money. Give us a streaming service for free, you fucksticks. Jesus. Really? Greedy bastards, man. Make more money if you had more people doing it. Yeah, most people don't last, but still you'll make money. Quantity, not quality, damn it. Oh, anybody got any to report from the area? Any hurricanes, tornadoes, wild drunk guy in the streets, anything going on? Because right now, as of 11:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, things are quiet. And just about the time I say that, something big will happen. You watch. Yeah. What do y'all think about the American knife market? What do you think about that? You think it's going to pick up? All the weird shit going on between China. I hate it for the boys. You know, I know a lot of people that invent design knives out there in the community. The only place to get it done is overseas. I understand that. I know the ones here being either dicks about it or want too much or don't want to do it because they might lose business because yours is better than theirs is or whatever. There still ought to be somebody. If somebody just made one nice little factory with a nice updated machinery that could knock out maybe, say, I don't know, a couple hundred knives a day, you know, and production and make the quality control 99.9% of your whole
What's going on,
operation.
guys? How's everybody doing?
Yeah, you're going
You guys
away.
doing well?
You're not. Oh, I guess it is that late already. Okay. Well, good. Babble. Yeah, I wish there was one. Of course, then you'd have to wait in line, but I'd rather wait in line and have it done here than send it over there. And that's another thing, too, I wanted to talk about. You know, all of us guys that go to blade shows and work, I don't know how they get paid. I don't think they're ever going to tell you either. But say like somebody's channel, knife channels, and they end up going to blade shows and working for Concept or one of the big Chinese companies. That alone right there, because right now they're kicking people out of the country left and right for being with Chinese people, like married to them and shit, and high-ranking people. But now that you've worked for them, you damn well know the government knows that. Because they don't want any bullshit right now. And anybody that has any kind of business relation with the Chinese at all, you're definitely going to be looked at. If you're not already right now. I know I've seen incident that politician, I think he even got fired. He was in the White House, one of Trump's team dudes. Anyway, he was married to a confirmed Chinese spy, or not married, but living with as a girlfriend, Chinese spy. That just happened a week ago. So there's a lot of shit to think about when you're getting involved with these other countries and their businesses. In China, their government tells their people that you are Chinese first, no matter where you go, and you will report back to us whatever we ask at any given time. Otherwise, they go after your family in China or whatever the hell else China does, or you. So, I don't know, man. I get some really hard feelings about a lot of this. And I'm really pissed off at American companies, period, for even going overseas to start with. I don't care where you went. Even if you went to Mexico or Canada, for that matter. Even though I like Canada. Oh, Canada. we should make our own shit. There's no reason why we can't. We got able people to do it. Just do it. Why? Well, this town, I know these towns need to be mandated. All of a sudden a business park shows up and they want so much money a year in taxes. And then if you bitch and holler about that, they'll just raise one of your bills up, your water bill or some shit till they get it. And then it runs them out of town. Oh, I can get it all done and halfway decent product for pennies on the dollar? Okay. That's just being greedy. Hey, Henry Dree, what's going on, buddy? We're just bullshitting about shit around the world, wars, basically. What you need when shit hits the fan, Goldbacks, radios, what goes in your bags, what's going on right now. The B-52s that went down and gave the president of Venezuela a heart attack this morning. 100 miles up the coast of Caracas. Anybody ever been to the Caribbean? I flew over it once. Never got to stay long anywhere. Always hopped around a lot. Flights are free. It's got to be careful how you schedule because you can get bumped off and get stranded and end up being AWOL. But it's kind of easy to get away with. It used to be if you held a military ID, you could do it. Even once you were out, you could go and get a flight. But they cut that shit off, I think, right around 90, 91-ish. Really? You want out? Okay. These guys are used to me putting you out all the time. Oh, puppy. See the deer? Where's the deer, buddy? Deer. Daddy eats meat. I told Barb, I said, well, some reason the guy next door to me had a garden. He's got about half acre right there beside his house, between our house and his house. He planted a garden. Well, around his garden, he planted some kind of grass the deer love. Because every winter, if there's a herd in town here, well, we live in the middle of the woods, but they're in my next door neighbor's yard all the time. And they love that grass through there. Something he planted there, and it grows back. So, all right, Tegan, thanks for coming in, brother. Appreciate it. Like I said, I'll be doing this every Wednesday at 10, midweek report. And then I'll be putting out videos for short-term reports. And then also, if anything happens big, I'm going live and we'll stay live till the end of the world. Whatever. Yeah. Carry on, soldier. Thick boy. What are you writing now about? Yeah, thick. Oh, thick boy tactical. Hey, everyone, fellow ADC and knife lovers. Hey, what's up, thick boy? We're just talking war right now. There you go. And what to have. Gold back, money, radios, communications. Prep. Actually, right now we're trying to just get ready for it, period. We're leading up to it. What's going on right now? The B-52s that went down and gave Venezuela a good scare this morning. Shit like that, Current emergency alerts for citizens of the United States, which now ones come from the cartel, and they're paying their gangs up here to take out citizens of the United States of certain levels in the government. Kidnapping, beatings, of course, the M word. What else did it say? Homeland Security put the alert out, if you're wondering. Where'd it go? And the UN's trying to tax our stuff and the whole world stuff. So whatever you buy at the store, the UN wants a piece of it now too. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Yeah, they want doxing, even if you dox a government employee that has anything to do with security or anything like that, policing, you get money. Thousands of dollars being paid for assaulting, kidnapping, doxing. Yeah, that's some bullshit, man. That's some straight up bullshit right there. You need a good comm setup? Remember one thing, under emergency situations, once an emergency is declared, whether it be winter related, storm related, fire related, whatever, in your town, state, or whatever, all licenses go out the window. You can use that device. You can use that device to contact emergency people, which you can do once you jailbreak them, which they're hard to get now to get jailbroke because a lot of the new ones have that turned off by the request of our beautiful United States government. But there are still some old stock that you can get. The Bufang 5R deal. This is what I'm using right now. This is the original. And they work great. This is one of the upgraded versions, more tactical anyway. That's the one I use on my chest rig. Of course, the antenna will be different. This is my civilian antenna. This one works really good. 7-77. They're supposed to be the best in all the videos and testing I've seen. These are the best for around towns, and even out in the woods, better yet. But, you know, they do work. And they're cheap. And if you break one, drop one, whatever, rolls out the truck, you just go buy another one because they're that cheap. And there's lots of videos on how to jailbreak. If you have one of these already, there's a lot. All you do is you got to turn it off, hold this, and something up over here somewhere, wherever it was, and then another finger to turn it on, and then you'll see it come up across factory. And that means it's set, and that way you get everything all the way up to 999 channels. But there's a lot of channels you can't use. You can listen to any channel legally you want, but you can't transmit on fire, police, any government, shit like that, unless it's emergency, and then you can use it. Right now, I use it for family. Everybody has their own radio or two. I also have GMRS radios. Why do you have GMRS if you got the ham radios? Well, they're not supposed to, but I fixed them to where they can talk to GMRS, vice versa. So they're all one radio now, basically. And I think I even tweaked the GMRS ones. I think I jailbroke them. Basically, they're a ham. So they're not even GMRS anymore, legally. Okay, go online. I think Etsy, Amazon has it too. NC, not NC Prepper. NC, God, we just talked about it a live or two ago. Are you doing? No, I am not. I've just recently heard about it and haven't really got to get into it yet. Ground fog, the question you asked me. I'm just now coming above ground to get all this shit laid out and ready. So I'll be doing a lot more stuff with a lot more things here real shortly and knowing more about it myself. I really need to get up on these. Now in the military, I knew a lot about this shit, but this stuff is totally different than the military stuff. Totally different way to operate and everything. So I got to get back into it. I know the basics. Oh, anyway, NC, damn it, what is his name? Oh, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. NC, it's like Prepper, but it's not Prepper. Scout, NC Scout. He put a book out. It's like, well, we probably get him now for $12. It's everything you need to know about this radio, whether you're in a civilian situation or tactical. He shows you exactly, step by step, the easiest way to do all your programmings, all your channels, how to get channels out so nobody else hears you. You know what I'm talking about. All the tricks and trade behind these things. Real simple. All like real simple. That's like, it's actually made the bestsellers book. And some dude here in North Carolina just put it out. Looked like he did it on his printer, the original ones. You know, it's got the binder rings and everything. But yeah, check out him. NC Scout. Yeah, NC Scout. And that'll help you guys out a lot. Because I got to get one too. I need to read it myself. So let's learn together. I mean, I can operate it. I have no problem communicating between, switching channels, anything like that. But there's a lot more. You can send text with these. You can do a lot of shit with these now. So, although the government's trying to take a lot of that away, they've been taking around. The GMRS guys mainly, they had a system up to where they could talk long distances by using repeaters on a network. And the government said, no, you got to take the network down. So, Unfortunately, you can have repeaters. You just can't have repeater after repeater after repeater after repeater. I don't know how many repeaters is it before it's illegal, but yeah, they're stopping that shit. His book is highly recommended by lots of people. Yeah, his book's been recommended. I just seen it one day. Some guy said, well, if you want to, this is where you go. Well, then the one crazy ass prepper dude I was watching from the North Carolina mountains, he kept bringing him up. And then he had him on a show one night. And I was like, oh, okay, I got it now. Yeah, he's just an old Army dude like me. And took the Baofeng apart step by step and put it all on a piece of paper for you so you can visually see it and learn it at the same time. So yeah, that is the book to have. Like I said, we'll be learning that together because I'm gonna get one here real quick. I gotta I can't remember to do it, so I gotta like start writing shit down. And she's just as bad as I am. She'll forget too. Time 41. Okay. About another 15 minutes. Let me see what else did I have. Okay, speaking of Baofeng, on my other thing, where'd my mouse go? Where's my mouse? Why is that on? You weren't supposed to be on. Complete. What? Okay, cool. Whatever was updating. Well, this is where go away. I don't want all this shit. This is why I don't like laptops and computers. You can't even get on them without something. They want you to buy some or some shit all the time. No, I'm not talking about pop-up ads. I'm talking about the system itself. And now I'm not even getting the system. Yeah, what's wrong with you? I gotta get this thing cleaned out. I want it totally stripped out. Somebody's got Xbox Cortana in it where you can, for some gaming shit, it's not even a gaming computer unless they upgraded it. I bought it used, but it's a streaming computer. That's what it's for, streaming. So that's why I bought it. But somebody's got it so gunked up with this gaming shit that it won't work right. I can't get it. Every time I try to download something, it says ain't enough room. So it's supposed to be wiped out. Apparently not. So I got to get it wiped out, reprogrammed. What the hell is shit going here? What the hell's going on? Oh well, we're almost done. Why piss with it? Go back to chat. All right, Cliff, copy that. Dick Boy, copy that. Thanks for coming in. Every Wednesday, 10 o'clock. We'll sit here and chat, see where else we're at by next week, and see where we might be at next week. See what happens. I think it's a lot more funner than talking about knives all the time. There's only so many ways you can cut something. I mean, really. I don't know. I used to be more enthusiastic about it until I went to Blade Show. Blade Show was cool, don't get me wrong, but I learned a lot of things more. Some I wish I wouldn't have. But yeah. Kind of gave me a broader perspective when you got all these USA makers there. And there a lot of them, their prices weren't bad at all. I mean, not bad at all. I mean, you're gonna $350, $450 for a really sweet handcrafted pound and ground freaking hunting knife or fighting knife or whatever. But yet you'll pay $400 or $500 for a Benchmade bug out Supreme or some shit. I'd rather have the handmade stuff. And I'm really disappointed with the other stuff, kind of. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I'm getting all over the place today. I don't know what the hell's been going on lately. Some people get dry mouth. I have like whatever the hell the opposite of dry mouth is. But yeah, I guess it's because when I first got into all this, you would see a drop every 6 months-ish. Guys, now we're getting them like every month, every week, 2 weeks. Oh, well, here's this one. Here's the Finrear 17.2, and it gets monotonous after a while with me. I like the first version, second version. Yeah, okay, the higher dollars, I understand that version, you know. God, beat a horse to death, will ya? Kaiser does the shit out of that too. Drop bear. How many fucking versions of drop bears you need? Wow, man. Dog jaw. Yeah, right. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Cliff's got the answers for everything. Damn it. I'm not leaving that. Oh, okay. Oh, back's killing me a little bit. So what do I have here? Oh, this is just breaking, or this is news. Huh. Crazy. Yeah, what do you think about our, what is he, Secretary of State, Hegseth? Is that what he is? Or is he the war dude? Anyway, whichever dude he is. His plane got a cracked windshield on the way home. They had to land in England because I guess the cabin pressure went. So apparently, if the cabin pressure went, then probably the window got sucked out too. That would suck. But they didn't show any pictures or anything of the plane. Not that I'm aware of yet. I ain't been on mainstream news or anything today, so I've been doing a few things for Barb, and then got us all set up and what information I was going to need around me at the time to keep the show going and anything new popping up, which it unfortunately was. Well, the hell was that? My dog? Yeah, he's outside. Okay. Boing. Yeah, let me grab a dog. Puppy, I thought I heard something weird. Why don't you bark like a normal dog? Grab your nuts and bark, dude. Yeah, Ernest. Good little boy. Good little boy. No deer? Yeah, we'll be eating them deer this winter. Anyway, yeah, back to that. This herd of deer keeps coming around. But so I hope I get a good herd this year. I have a feeling I might need one or two of them towards the end of winter. I can't remember anything. I get so easily sidetracked. I heard you out there. Baptism. What's up? Welcome to Raven's War Room. Yeah, I know it says Rolf Robertson, but for us, it's Raven's War Room. Brief summary, we've talked about the cartels paying people here to kidnap and kill American citizens that are in, you know, cops, ICE, whatever, politicians, all that shit. We've got B-52 bombers off the coast of Venezuela this morning to scare the shit out of the president down there. And we've got NATO pissing around, trying to get ready because Belarus is getting ready to let loose a flood of troops so they can get over to Kaliningrad and take that back for Russia and go, look, we did a good job, didn't we, Putin? He'll say, yes, sir, you did. You know that's Putin's boy, Shenko, whatever the hell his name is. So, yeah, that's what we've been talking about. And a knife. Somebody brought up a knife somewhere. Oh, and I was talking about how disappointed I've been getting about some knives because they keep beating the shit out of them by making a new version every 2 weeks. And it's just starting to look the same, no matter what color they are. Really, can I see a show of hands of how many people really like the, what the hell is it called now? The frozen not Damascus, titanium, crystallized titanium. Really? Sparkly pink and blue, huh? Really? Okay. Whatever floats your boat. Sparkles on a knife. You know, you used to see that shit in gas stations. Sparkles on knives. Now you pay hundreds of dollars. Hundreds of dollars for sparkles on knives. Funny. At least to me, anyway. What do you want, Lips? Huh? What do you want? Bob Tism saying hi to Cliff. Did you say hi to Bob Tism, Barb? She ain't gonna answer me now. Yeah, she did. I guess I could have read it. So professional. Oh, for you Trekkies? Anybody a Trekkie? Got a bit of news. I guess they're making either a movie, maybe an offshoot series again. And Captain Kirk's gonna have the original Captain Kirk, William Shatner, 90-some years old now. Why? Why, sir? I guess he's gonna be in a few of them. If anybody's into following Trekkie bullshit. I'm a Trekkie, but I'm not hardcore. I like any space, as long as it's halfway believable. You know, Star Wars, yes, it's believable to a point, but you know, I just like the normality. You know, like it could happen on an everyday basis. There's storylines and shit, and I just like flying around space. I think it'd be so freaking cool. I even sent Elon Musk a couple messages. You ever need a test dummy? Hell, I ain't got long left anyway. Shit. Send me to space, man. I'd be the dude in the spacesuit hanging in that Corvette or whatever the hell he sent up there, man, with the spacesuit on. To put some oxygen tanks in the trunk. That way I could live maybe a day or two anyway and just head me off into space, man. I'd have rode that baby. I'd have done it in a heartbeat. Tell me you. Oh, reconnecting. You're live. Pretty quick, pal. Will you leave me be for a minute? What's up, bro? You telling me mommy mean to you again? Huh? Mommy mean to you? She did. She kicked you off the couch, really? Really? I don't believe you. I think you're lying. I really do. Yeah, I'd have done it. Heartbeat, man. Oh, yeah. That'd have been so cool. It's like going through space at like 20,000 miles an hour. Arm hanging out the window. But once you run out of oxygen, it would suck. You'd probably rethink the whole thing. But it would be cool for a while. Well, gentlemen, my dog's giving me anal pucker for some reason. I've been on here almost 2 hours, shy a couple minutes. I really do appreciate y'all coming in. And all 16 of you that put up a like. Let's learn together. Let's see what we can do to prepare for this shit that's coming. And it is coming. I don't see an out. I don't. And neither does anybody else. So let's deal with the situation in hand together, learn some shit together, and I'll try to keep you updated. Or if you have a better source, I hope actually everybody has a better source on what I'm talking about. But if you don't, I hope I can help. And with all that said, my dog and Barbie and anything that's standing behind me right now that I can't see and you can, says goodnight. And carry on. See you next time. Peace.